What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not another damn podcast. Presented by our damn
selves.
222.
Twos across.
Great twos, yeah.
Play that number, people.
Deuces,
play that number.
Deuces, let's go, yeah. It's all about the deuces on this one. I got to do it, man, to kick it off because let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
I got to do it.
Ah.
I got to do it. It's finally out, baby. Guess who's going to jail tonight? Who's going to post my bail tonight? Yeah. Y'all don't get that reference? A little Donda, Kanye West. He's been wearing a full face mask lately since COVID hit. You know, Kanye.
Yeah.
He ain't just been covering the nose and the mouth. Kanye been rocking full face mask.
He's been Kanye and Kanye been Kanye.
We were at the official Donda event, and the fucking album is out. I listened to it like it's 23 official tracks, and then you got some bonus tracks. So it's like 27 tracks in total for the Donda album. Yeah, it's a lot. And
I'm about to circle back to
every single one of them. Yeah. So I just got up, went to my title. Let's go. I was like,
Donda.
He actually released the shit this time. Yeah. He said the 27th, and he kept his word. Like, wow, yeah.
But you said that. You said maybe he wanted to do after coming home. Yeah. You said that.
You know what? Technically, it's a couple days late. Yeah, it's like 27th. He said, but it's the 29th as we record this. So
but it's CP
close
time.
enough. I take it. Yeah. I take it. And he was late for the fucking.
He was late at the concert.
We're gonna break down the whole.
Yeah, he was late, so you know how we do.
And the album that we heard at Soldier Field is basically the same album. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
So it actually, Kanye is notorious for that. He'll preview an album, and then the album he puts out is not even a fucking album that you heard.
Yeah, you'd be like, wait, what?
This track I didn't hear none of these songs.
This track isn't on here. This track ain't on here.
A couple of years ago when he did Yay, it's like, I know several people that went out to Wyoming for that event. And they basically said, like, yeah, that's not even the album we heard. The album that y'all heard, it's not what we heard in Wyoming. It's like Kanye does shit like that. Kanye is this generation's Prince, basically. Like, yeah. Dude got I'm sure he got vaults of shit too, just like Prince.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Whole albums that are never gonna see he did a whole album with Paul McCartney and just put it on the shelf because he got bored with it.
What?
Paul McCartney, he released the one song with Rihanna, I think 4 or 5 seconds.
Who does that though? Who does a whole album with Paul McCartney?
Paul McCartney released like one song. I'm not releasing.
I don't want to release it.
Put it on it's in the vault somewhere. So maybe we'll hear the rest of the Paul McCartney album one of these days.
One day, maybe.
Paul was probably like, "What the fuck? I did all that work. What the fuck? I did all that bloody work for nothing."
The bloody work.
I want to see this accent of Paul. Paul was probably like, "What the fuck?" Hilarious. But I like the album.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard it at Soldier Field.
I heard it at Soldier Field, and I enjoyed some of the tracks. Some of the stuff sounded like I like the samples, like the ones that he did samples on.
Of course, I believe the lead single is going to be the Jail joint because it features is the reunion, so to speak, of the Throne. Like him and Jay-Z are on that one together. Mm-hmm. But here's what's interesting about that. He did tinker a little bit. Kanye is he does fuck around with albums. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The version we heard at Soldier Field had the baby on it. And the baby was actually on the stage, which was actually his porch. Like, we don't talk about that and everything. Right. The baby was up there with him. And so that's the version of Jail he played. But the version on the album is the one with Jay-Z. The one with
Jay-Z.
Yeah, so yeah. But then one of the bonus tracks is the Jail Part 2 with the baby on it.
With the baby, yeah.
So the baby, if you want to hear both versions, it is on the Donda track.
It is on there.
Mm-hmm. On the album, yeah. But I like, of course, I'm a Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z is the GOAT, yeah. So I definitely like that one. And the hook, yeah, that's the one with the guess who's going to jail tonight. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna post my bail tonight.
Yeah.
Catchy as fuck, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another track I liked, who said samples, the Lauryn Hill one.
Yeah, I like that one, the Lauryn Hill one.
La 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 la. La 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 la. It's from that's from X Factor, right? No, that's from Doo-Wop.
Yeah, Doo-Wop. Yeah.
La la
La
la
la la la. La 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 la.
X
La la
Factor.
la
X
la.
Factor was Drake. Who we gonna
Was
talk
Drake,
about?
yeah. La 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 la. That one, yeah. Girls, you know you better. Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that one. Because when he was rocking that, I was like, my hair was going. I was like, okay. I was like, this one I like. Mm-hmm. And then something sounded like some footwork stuff. Like it sounded real Chicago, like real, like you went to like footwork with. I was like, okay, this is like real. This is Chicago right here. You know, like we into that juke stuff. You know, we do that in Chicago.
The moment of the night, probably for a lot of people, we're gonna get to the end eventually. But before that was he dropped the Jesus Lord track. The Jesus Lord. And that one featured Larry Hoover Jr. was on that song. And immediately right after that, he goes into the GD joints. And you got so many all these white folks in there singing a GD song.
I know white people.
That tickled me and shit like.
I know, me too, because like, it was two white boys standing next to me, and they were just like, I'm like,
they knew the words to the GD song.
And I whispered, I was like, do they even know what GDs are? I whispered that to you. I was like, do they even know what GDs are? Maybe they do. Let me not assume. Maybe they might know what GDs are. Maybe. But it was just funny just seeing that.
Yeah, that actually made me laugh. That's the Jesus Lord joint featuring Larry Hoover Jr. on the record. And then let's talk about how we got there, because it was an adventure getting to this point. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about the events since we end. Then we'll backtrack to how we got in.
It's always an adventure whenever we go places for some odd reason.
But it started out with Kanye by himself on the porch. The set was built like his old childhood home, and it had the crucifix on top. Yeah, so it's like the church. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the baby was up there, like I said, and Marilyn Manson was there for some reason.
Marilyn Manson for some reason
on the album, but he was there at Soldierville for some reason.
I was like, huh?
Yeah, it was like Marilyn Manson was there for some reason, and then he had a whole bunch of extras and SWAT gear. Like it had to be
with Donda. Like that with Donda on their back. And several people I know, like they posted their pictures after the fact in their gear, so they were like extras. I do a lot of people who were extras up there.
Kirsten was there, and then some others. Like, yeah, that's the one I can think of top of my head.
A person I know, Genesis and Baraka, because they posted their pictures. I'm like, okay, y'all was up there. Like,
Kirsten posted the ultimate on her, because she posted couldn't get tickets, but I was like, I was in there, which is pretty cool. Yeah. She tried to get tickets, got snubbed, and then said, fuck it.
Yeah. Next best thing, right?
Yes,
only downside is like when you're actually in it, you can't see it. So that's like a downside. Like you're just like, because you're in it, you're like, whoa, you're just kind of like,
They kind of had
cool being in it. Yeah, it's cool.
A presidential motorcade circling too, because
they were like circling, and it was a lot going on. And then his kids were there. Kim was there. Yeah,
that's what I forgot. He started the show off with he had North, Chicago, I believe, were up there with him. I know North was definitely.
Yeah, North definitely, because she was the first one who came out. We was like, is that North? We were like, oh, it's North. Little Nori came out. We was like, aw. Yeah. And I want to say, it was the one song, what was his name? Saint?
I think was it Saint or was it Chicago? What for you? I think it was one. I think it was Chicago.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't. It'd be appropriate to have Chicago.
Chicago, right?
I forget which, but I know North was definitely up there.
Yeah.
Then the show closed out with the surprise of the fucking thing, Kim Kardashian in a wedding dress. It's like,
yeah.
Which is was that them telling the world that they back together? Was that them was that them renewing their vows, so to speak? It's like did we witness Kim and Kardashian getting back together?
No, from what sources are saying, they're saying that they actually are on really good terms. Like they're actually being adults about their breakup. And that's the thing about, if your marriage does end, it's nothing that says that you have to be enemies, especially if you have kids with somebody. Like, come on, you gotta be civil for the kids. Like you don't want to be, like if your marriage didn't work, it's fine. Like, okay, we're just not good as husband and wife, but we're still going to be co-parents to our kids. And from what I heard, they're saying that that they're still on good terms. Like their split was very amicable, and that they're just being good co-parents. And they were saying that the thing, the symbolism of her in the wedding dress is like because Donda is a personal project of his, and it was chronicling like
it was
his life.
The most personal album. That's what it felt.
So if it's chronicling his life, and he married her, like his wife is part of his life. She is like she's part of his life. Like even if they do break up, like you married her, you have 4 children with her.
All will be linked for the rest of your life, no matter what.
Yeah, y'all got 4 kids. Forever linked, 4 kids, forever linked. So you need to be an adult. Like instead of like being at each other's throat, if you guys aren't going to be together, you got 4 kids. Come on now.
Overall, I enjoyed myself at the event, and
yes, I did too.
Apparently, when you and I are members of the Illuminati now and shit, I guess I am dressed in all black, so.
Just in all black like the old man. What?
So that's where I'm fit. That was our initiation into Illuminati, at least according to Facebook. Yeah,
according to Facebook, like what?
Our initiations were members of the Illuminati.
Like what? Yeah. What the hell? Like, huh? Cause when I saw like all the stuff about like Illuminati and you went to a cult, you're in a cult, you're a devil worshiper. What? I was like, what the hell? Going to an outdoor event at Soldier Field somehow became a cult thing. Like I'm confused. Like a cult thing is like the Heaven's Gate, like the one the Simpsons made fun of, like the movementarians. Heaven's Gate, that was a real thing. That was a cult.
There was no Kool-Aid served at this event.
There was no Kool-Aid.
Had a bottle of water. That's it. Yeah, but there's no Kool-Aid there.
The Jim Jones thing. Yeah, back in the day, the Kool-Aid was Flavor Aid or whatever. But yeah, those are cults. It's like, how is this a cult? I'm confused. Can somebody clue me in about like what especially like my thing is if you weren't even present. How are you going to make
really talk shit about these?
How are you going to make claims that you weren't even there? Well, I heard, but if you hear something, that's just hearsay. So anybody could tell you, like, if you ask 5 different people about their experience there, 5 different people will give you 5 different answers. And which one's telling the truth? You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know because you weren't there.
But it was definitely an event, and that's what we're gonna call it. Like Donda was definitely an experience.
Yes.
That's what it's called, the Donda experience, and it was definitely an experience.
What I liked, I love the way how it started because when they had on the Jumbotron and they had like clips of his mom and just like her, they showed like pictures of her when she was a little girl and then up until when she was like on the red carpet with Kanye and all that.
That's how the album starts with the Donda. Showing during the event, they were showing slideshow of his
images. And I thought that was just so beautiful because it's like, and I said to you, it's like, and like we both, like we lost our father. We lost our father in 2005, but we're blessed to still have our mother. And from what people who have told me who've lost their mother, they're like, it's nothing like losing your mother. Like if you lose your mother, that's a whole nother.
My girl Tiffany just lost her mom.
Exactly. Like that's a whole nother.
You can relate to Kanye now. Like
a whole nother pain.
She said she'd never call Kanye crazy again because now she can relate.
Exactly. Exactly. So all the people call him crazy, especially like, and I'm gonna get on my soapbox now. All you people call him crazy. What about you people who are still living with your mamas, who are of a certain age, won't move out, won't give a mother your mother, who are mama's boys, who are just up under your mom and just be like that? If something happens to your mom, wouldn't you go crazy, air quote?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. It's like, like just listen to that Donda. Like I really just felt like, I can't even imagine like what he went through, especially in the manner of which how he lost his mom.
Imagine like losing your mom.
And especially in the manner of how he lost her. Like it's one thing, like if somebody was like sick with cancer, had like a debility, like where like a loss is a loss and a loss still hurts. But if somebody has been sick for years and they succumb to their illness, you can kind of brace yourself a little bit better. But if somebody is here one day and is gone the next day, You can't brace yourself for that. It's nothing to brace yourself for that. If your mom is here and then gone.
Were he and his
mom.
Yeah,
it's nothing that can brace yourself for that.
It's like when he wanted, it's like, when he decided to be a college dropout and pursue music, he supported him.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if my mom would have supported that shit. So yeah, but yeah, she supported that. And her being a professor,
even though she was a college professor, had to feel
some type of way about that.
Dr. Donda, she was a Dr. Donda West. She was a college professor.
Kanye said, like, I want to make music. I don't want to go to school.
I want to make music.
She supported his dream. She said, okay,
baby. Yeah. Let's go to IKEA on the thing. Let's go to IKEA and get you this stuff at IKEA, baby. Yeah. She went to IKEA and got his shit with him.
Fly out to New York. Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Okay.
Hook up with Rockefeller and all that. Yeah, it's like
as a mother, your love, you gotta support your kid. Your kids have a vision. Support your kids' vision. If they have a real, you know what I mean. Not like, I want to be an entrepreneur and then you just want to sit on my couch and play PlayStation 5 all. No, I don't mean that.
Passion and shit, yeah.
That's not what I mean.
The difference between passion and bullshit is a big
right. That's not what I mean. It's a difference between the two. It's a difference. Like if your child actually has a vision, has like a business plan, like, okay, instead of me going to college for 4 years, going to grad school, I don't want to do that path. That's not what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is my passion. This is where it lies in.
I think it worked out okay for Mr. West, who's now a billionaire. So I think he chose wisely.
With the B. With the B, billionaire.
Yeah.
The kid who grew up on 79th and South Shore Drive is a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet to me. I mean, I think that's pretty sweet.
Now, let's talk about the real fun, our journey to getting to this Donda event. Yeah.
Yes.
I was able to cop some tickets. Yeah. Shout out to my hookup. Yeah. I will, and I'll leave it at that.
Right. You ain't got to know our business.
Like Fight Club. We don't talk about connections on this.
The first part about connections, we don't talk about connections. The second part about connections, we don't talk about connections.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Yeah, but score some tickets. Great seats, by the way, too. We were almost on the football field. I saw close.
Yes. Once we got in, I was like,
basically,
I was like, oh shit, these are our seats. I was like, damn, and he was like, that's where the Bears come out right there. The tunnel. That's
it was like the tunnel. You could look over and like.
You could look over. I was like, shit. I was like, damn.
The Bears walk out of that tunnel. So next time you watch the Bears, you see them coming out of that tunnel. Be like, we're sitting right there.
We're sitting right there.
We watch them come out.
We're sitting right there. Oh, the adventure!
Winning their preseason game Saturday, Justin Fields started his first career start. So yeah, shout out to Bears. Speaking of them, they beat Tennessee. I want to say Tennessee.
The Titans, yeah.
But getting back to this Donda event, cop some tickets. Another hookup we had too was on parking. We won't talk about that as well. We were able to score some parking.
Score some parking
without paying for that either.
Yeah.
It's a remote lot, but we made it.
Yeah, it's a remote lot, but
remote. Yeah, not the remote lot. It was the remote lot.
Yeah, good walking though. You get your steps in.
Well, at least about 5 blocks, I would say. Something like that. So
but you get your steps in. Yeah. You get your steps in.
It's summertime shy, so I could do it. Yeah, say okay. I can do these 5. Yeah. Okay, we parking.
My computer.
Okay.
I was dumb. I didn't plug in my computer, guys.
Always a journey.
My computer cursing at me. My computer cursing at me like your battery's low. I'm like, oh shit.
Even while recording, it's a fucking journey with this podcast.
Yeah.
Got it. Am I plugged in? Yeah.
Yeah, because I just looked down. I'm like, oh crap. My computer was like battery low.
20%. Yeah.
Didn't plug it in. Forgot to do that. No, but we got our remote.
After we park, like Naima decides to pack luggage, and she brought luggage to the she brought her suitcase to there. So she packed the luggage.
I brought my purse.
I said, okay, we doing luggage, okay. She had the little bag, like with the wheel bag with the.
I was just being funny now.
Fucking shit now.
I was just being a jerk. No, I have my regular size satchel purse, which I don't think is that big because as a mom, you have to keep snacks in your purse and all type of shit in your purse. When you're a mom, you got to keep snacks in your purse.
Kind of a luggage for me because I had the trunk open. When I saw you didn't put it in, I was like, oh, okay. I just say that because I'm not a woman. Women do shit like that. So I was like, okay, yeah. But
we would be shopping.
I don't know why we need luggage to go see a tour doing a listening event, but I'm not a woman. Women do shit like that. So I guess it's like,
so I put my bag, we walk in. We walked get to Soldier Field. It was a nice little hike.
Yeah.
But it was good weather. It wasn't too hot because Chicago has been very hot the last few days. It's been very, very hot in Chicago. So it was a nice, cool breeze that was coming off the lake. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. Soldier Field's right there on Lake Michigan.
Right there on the lake, yeah. So the nice, cool breeze was coming in. It was like,
no rain. It rained all week. So luckily for the Donda event, it was no rain that day. So nice
so breeze. It timed out perfectly.
Full summertime shot.
We get up there. They're like, okay. So you go over to this gate. This is the gate you gotta go to. Okay, we try to find which gate we go in. Where do we go in? Where do we go in?
It says, we're supposed to enter this gate. Okay, so we walk around towards that gate. And then
Soldier Field is big as hell. If you've never been, it's a very big stadium. It's huge.
It's a fucking stadium. It's a football.
Yeah, it's freaking huge.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
So we get there, and then it's like the metal detector is there. I'm bringing up my purse, about to zip it because I'm like, you guys search my bag, and I'm fine with that because you guys search shit. You gotta do that.
We don't allow luggage in Soldier Field. That's exactly what the guy. That's what
said. They said that purse is too big. They said it has to be like basically this big, or it has to be see-through. If it's a see-through bag, you can bring it in.
Clear, yeah.
Or it has to be like this big. Because I saw a girl wear a purse this big that they rejected too, a small purse. But they was like, nope, we're not. It has to be like.
You had a carry-on bag. You had the full size.
You must stop talking about my purse. You must stop talking about my purse.
You brought the full size with the wheels on this.
So then we was like, okay. So we was like, we gotta walk back.
Walk back, yeah. And then at first we were gonna throw it in the locker. Then we saw the locker line is like, fuck that. Let's just walk back.
And we was like, by the time you get out the concert and then the line.
By the time we get up to the front of this line, it's probably gonna be like 20 minutes just for that. Like we could walk to the car and come back in 20 minutes. The line was long as shit. It's like
yeah, it was.
Out of there will be a nightmare.
And then leaving.
Come back for the
trying to retrieve your items after the concert. That was gonna be a nightmare.
Let's just go. Yeah.
Let's just go. So then we walked it back. Then we saw the little rickshaw people on their bikes because they were giving rides. I'm like, well, maybe we might just save us. Let's see how much the rickshaw. And they was like, rickshaw said $20 a person. We said,
it's not even the cost with that. It's like, because then he said, okay, we got to go about 5 blocks. He said, I'm not leaving this fucking area.
He said, we can't leave. They said, we can't leave the area.
Right. It's like, yeah. He said, once you leave out, the cops are not going to let me back in. He said, I can take you to that line right there. And that's it. You on your own after that.
And that's it. Because when we were walking
he said, don't cross the gun line like life. He said, I'm not crossing the gun line. So I'll take you here. And after that, you on your own.
It was no horses up when we were coming, but then we went back to put the purse back in the car. They had blocked it off.
The rickshaw people that were in were smart. They like, we're not leaving.
And they was getting their money because they was charging $20 a person.
Most of them were full. Like we found only one empty, and that one is the one told us they wasn't leaving the line. But like pretty much everyone we saw had people in it.
They was getting their money. They made their money. So the rickshaw people were smart.
Except for the one, yeah. And he said,
so then we walk back to the car.
What is you ignorant? That's what the rickshaw said. That's what I heard.
We get back to the car. We drop off the bag. And then we look at the
we check the luggage.
We check the luggage. Shut up. We were looking at the time at this point because now it's after 9:00 at this point, and the concert was supposed to start at 9. And we're like, okay. We're like, well, in most cases, concerts start late. When have you ever been to a concert that started on time?
Well,
I'll wait.
And at least most people will be in, so like the walk back shouldn't be bad. Like most people will probably be already in their seats, so it's like the getting back in shouldn't be much of a problem. Okay, we come back. We go in the wrong gate again.
We go in the wrong gate
because we went in, and then I'm looking like 300.
I'm like, this is a 300 session. We ain't up here.
We don't do that here. Like
we walk it up. We
don't do that here. 300. Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And I was like, how do we?
And they're like, 100.
And then
how you get to 100?
Ramps. You got to go down.
Go down the ramp and circle back down. So we did that, and then we found our section. And then like, okay, this is our section. Like, okay, what seat? Okay, these are our seats. oh shit, that's like row 7. Okay. From the field, we're like, oh shit.
Like, okay, there's the tunnel. Okay, we right by the Bears tunnel. Hey, yeah.
We sat down and
shout out. I saw my homeboy Esco there, homegirl KJ, Shondell, Trina, Keys. And then I saw like Lady Red was there. It was a lot of
DJ we saw him when we were leaving out to take the bag back. Yeah.
Of course, Ferris was there. Yeah. Like,
yes, of course. Yeah.
Ferris was in the good set. He was in the VIP area.
He was in the VIP.
Ferris. Who else did I see? That Mayha was there with her guy. Who else? Just trying to think of who all. And then all the like Kendra G, all the GCI folks. Leon, I believe. Frankie was there. Yeah, so I saw her hanging out with Chella, who also was there. Like Chella was in the building. I saw her and Frankie together. So it was
nice.
A lot of people there. All in Chicago. It was like a who's who of Chicago.
So somebody put that they wrote. They was at the whole South Side Chicago.
And I know people that didn't go there were like, yeah, I'm just clicking on everybody's lives to see like all the different angles. Yeah. Because while I didn't go live from in the venue, I was posting videos to my story. That's all I did.
Right, you were posting videos.
Because I'm not standing there the whole time on a live holding the fucking. I'm not doing that. Like,
yeah,
a grown ass man like the young folks do that. Like they because I go, back in my day I go there. Like I still I want to experience the event.
Right?
I'm not trying to watch the event for a fucking screen. I'm not. Yeah.
But that's where we are now. That's unfortunately.
Like I said, that's the current generation. Like,
yeah, that's where we are now.
The event, they looking at it through the screen because they want to. They want us to go. They want to go live or Snapchat or whatever they want to do there. Yeah, or Instagram stories is like or Facebook Live is like it's like they but like I didn't go. So I would I get my video clips like say like minute and a half each, and then I post those to my story, my Instagram story. I still have I might do a video of maybe on a Throwback Thursday, do a video dump and put all that stuff on my timeline.
Yeah.
I didn't put any of the videos on my time. I just put a pic of like you and I together, like so you can see our view. Like I said, there's the house right there. Yeah.
Right. We were like
house is where that lamp was at. It was like, yeah.
Right, the house. We were like
I was like that's it. Yeah, you can see the Donda house right there.
Yeah.
But did. But once we did get inside, I definitely had to order some water.
Yeah, because we have to walk in twice.
KJ got me some water.
Yeah, we need to be hydrated. And then for people who was like, yeah, well, wasn't he like 5 hours late? Wasn't he?
It was almost 2.
It was almost 2.
Almost 2.
It was like an hour and 40 minutes because he was supposed to start at 9. It started like 10:40.
Okay, yeah. So
when it started like 10:40.
Okay, 10:40.
It was like 10:40 when it started. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Because I kept on looking at my phone. I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah. So we got back and everything. I'm like, okay. So he should be starting by 10, and nothing happened at 10 o'clock. I'm like, okay. Then 10:15, I'm like, okay, when's this going to start? 10:30, I'm like, all right. It's like an hour and a half now. And then, like, when we saw okay, 10:40, the show started. So it wasn't a 4 hour or 5 hour late thing. So for people who are like, yeah, well, he was this. Were you there? No, you weren't. Stop listening to other people.
Appropriate. He did have a Lauryn Hill sample because he definitely pulled a Lauryn Hill at this fucking thing.
Absolutely.
But that was normal because I was going to start researching like his Atlanta shows. He was like 2 hours late for the ones he did there. So like we should have been expecting it. I really didn't research those because I don't like spoilers. Yeah. So I researched those Atlanta shows. I said I want to go in fresh. I don't want to see what he did. But I did afterwards look. It's like, yeah, he was the ones in Atlanta. He was like 2 hours late for it. So had I looked that up, I'd have known. I was like, okay, he's probably going to be late because he's
going to be fashionably late. Yeah.
Chicago did get the best show. I'm not saying that because we're from Chicago. The first one was just was very basic. It was just Kanye by himself, like empty arena, just walking around like to the music. And then the second show, it had more of like what we saw. It had like the people in the security, dropping my iPad. People in the security like doing the
dressing there.
They're all black, yeah.
They're doing the walk, yeah.
Chicago, we got the house and all of that, like the elaborate
set, yeah, because it was actual It was an actual set because it was a replica of his house.
Before the Johnny Storm and even lit himself on fire. At one point, he lit flame on. Kanye Human Torched it. Is like, which I'm sure was a double because he was masked. So yeah, I don't think the actual
flame on
himself on fire. I'm sure he had a stunt double because he was.
Who knows? He could have. Who knows?
You never know what that dude.
At this point, I don't know. At this point, I don't know.
He's a superhero at this point. He probably did light himself on fire. The more I think about it. Yeah, after he survived that car crash, that was his superpower. Like all Marvel heroes have an origin story. Like Spider-Man was a radioactive spider. Yeah, Fantastic Four went out to space. Like the car wreck was Kanye. He got his superpowers as that car.
So he got that Wolverine basically from the car crash.
Superhero shit now.
Wolverine.
Convinced Kanye's a superhero. So maybe he did light himself on fire. I enjoyed the event. I enjoyed the album. Like I said, I listened to the whole thing. All 27 tracks. I listened when I got up. When I saw, I was like, "Oh shit, the album is here."
I gotta listen to it now. But I did enjoy I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the like the whole ambiance. And then, like I said, once again, people, it was a listening party, not a concert.
Yeah, so saying he didn't really do anything.
Listening party. It not a concert.
It was promoted as a listening party from day one. Yeah, the two in Atlanta, and then this one it said Kanye presents the Donda experience. It didn't say nothing about a concert.
It said nothing about a concert. Like, so it wasn't like it. It wasn't like it was a bait and switch because people were acting like, "Well, I paid all this money and this was it wasn't a concert." Did it say it was a concert?
It was a listening party.
I'm just asking.
And other celebrities there, including his estranged wife.
Exactly. And that's what it was. It was a listening party.
Yeah. Speaking of Kanye and Chicago artists, like Chicago definitely showed out. I got to get your opinion on this. Like, we're gonna shift gears a little bit because we did.
Okay.
So, get my share going on.
I like the sharing.
Oh yeah, the share is part of it. We got to make the videos more interesting for YouTube. I know it's fine just watching us talking shit, but yeah, I want to add other shit though.
Sharing is caring.
Have you seen this picture yet?
I have not, but it looks like.
But have you heard about it? They're calling this the Mount Rushmore of Chicago.
So I see Common.
I see Common. Okay, yeah.
I see Common. I see Kanye. I see Twista.
Okay.
Is that Twista?
Yep, that's the three. Yeah.
And
right? Do you know?
Am I showing my age? I'm not sure who the last one is.
You don't know.
I'm showing my age. I'm 40, guys.
I don't think he kind of belongs. Yeah. That's in case you don't know, that's Chief Keef.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to make that as an educated guess, but I didn't want to sound stupid because I was like, "Is that Chief?" I was going to ask you, "Is that Chief Keef?" Because
that's Mr. Sosa, Mr. I don't like. That's
the shit I don't like, right?
Yeah, that's Chief.
Okay,
right here.
Because I'm showing my age. I was going to ask you, "Was that?"
I've been going viral, like in the Chicago market. People are like, "Do you agree with this being the Mount Rushmore?" The three, I absolutely agree with.
Yeah, the three.
Kanye, Common, Twista, like no problem with any of those. Like,
yeah, because those three are solid. Because
definitely Mount Rushmore material.
Twista kicked it off. Twista was the first one to put Chicago on the map.
Then Common, then Kanye.
Yeah. And Kanye. They each leveled up. Like you got Twista, you got the fast rap. Then you got Common, like the Willie hat, the South Side. I'm a chill hip hop dude. Okay, then you got Kanye, kind of eccentric, kind of
each elevated all over the place to another level.
Exactly.
It's like Twista kicked it, and then Kanye put it here. It's like people started noticing Chicago more, and then Kanye,
yeah.
Kanye, he took it way up there somewhere. So they all elevated it. And what Kanye was dope about what he did is when he got up there, he brought Common and Twista up there with him.
Exactly.
With slow jams, with the B album. Yeah, like he brought them up there. So he he reached down and said, "I'm bringing my other Chicago cats
and
up."
that's what you do. That's what you do. When you ascend, you bring your people with you.
Overnight celebrity and all of that shit is like, yeah, he brought the Kai Twista. They became not just Chicago legends, they became legends. Like, yeah, once when Kanye got on, it's like it elevated them to a whole nother level. And Keef, Kanye did hook him up with the track, the verse on I Don't Like, which by the way is the best verse on the song. Kanye's verse is the best one on that song. It's smile in my face is what I don't like. It's still your whole sound. That's a sound bite. Like Kanye.
Right. Yeah, sound bite. Yeah, that was clever. I like the sound bite. Yeah.
But I disagree, but who would be in that spot if it's not Keith? And the Chief Keef defenders do put that out there. He put drill music on the map, which he did. I give him that. Like, yeah, he's the guy that put the whole drill sound on the map. Yeah. Without him,
because who else would be Chicago?
I got who I think it could have been, and I think who I think it eventually will be. Because if you look back, I don't know if any of these other artists make a Mount Rushmore. I saw some people that wanted Brat there. Brat is like, that's an interesting case because Brat I do think is underrated, but I don't know if I put her on.
I think she's an unsung. I think that she definitely needs an unsung. The Brat is definitely an unsung person.
I saw some people that wanted Shauna on there. I'll put Brat ahead of Shauna. I would too. I don't think Shauna did enough. The guy who had the spot was his to have, but then he kind of walked away. He pulled a Derrick Rose. Like he was like becoming like an icon, and then he just like Chance the Rapper was the guy that could have had that spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if this Mount Rushmore had Chance to still be doing what he was doing back in like 2016, 2017, he would absolutely have that spot. Like
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But then he kind of pulled away. He cooled off, and then he stepped away. He got married and like kind of stepped away a little bit. So
yeah.
He's still pretty young. Chance can still get the spot if he wants to make a comeback. If we go on right now, who I think who's popping now, but I still need more from him. Dirk is the guy who I'll put there.
Dirk. I was gonna say Dirk. Yeah,
like very hot right now, but
he is
way too early. If Dirk, give me like 2 or 3 years. If Dirk is still hot, then he gets that spot. I think Dirk
he gets the spot. Yeah, Dirk.
Like I still need a couple more years from Dirk though. So like that's the 2 names I would have. Like Chance or Dirk have the chance to have the spot to If Chance makes a comeback, he can get it. And if Dirk stays hot for another couple years, he can get it.
Yeah, then he would get it.
Like Chance would have had it had he just stayed. He kept that momentum.
Kept it going, yeah.
But then he kind of stepped away. Yeah, he said, "I'm taking a break from music." That's like Derrick Rose's ACL injury. So he decided to walk away from it. Yeah. But that's why. Yeah. But and nothing against Keith. I don't think he belongs on that list.
No, I don't.
You might want to put Bump J there. I'm like, come on. It's like, now y'all reaching. It's like, come on. Yeah. Y'all reaching now with Bump. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I'll pass on. Yeah.
We're mentioning producers too. I think it should just be MCs on that list. Yeah. Like producers is a whole nother category. Because somebody want to put No ID there. No ID is the guy that basically put Common on. So like No ID would be if you are counting producers, but I think producers should get their own separate category.
Right, they should get their own.
Like when we talk in sports, it's like players and then there's coaches. It's like
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, if you're doing a Mount Rushmore of like Chicago Bulls, like of course Phil Jackson is very important, but he would be like in the coaches category.
In the coaches,
talking players is like that's a whole
Michael Jordan,
Pippen, Rodman, and who like we stuck again with that fourth one. We stuck again with that fourth one. There we go. Like Rose could have had it, but he pulled a Chance the Rapper. There we go.
I don't know who would be the.
Maybe eventually Zach is Dirk now. Yeah, so maybe Zach stays hot for like the Bulls win the title under Zach LaVine. He'd get that spot. There you go, because he's Dirk.
Pulling for you, Zach.
Yeah, Zach is
pulling for you, Zach.
It's little Dirk right now. Let's talk about the Bulls right now. Speaking.
Yes. Woo.
Lauri Markkanen out of there.
Adios, Lauri Markkanen. Adios.
Let's pull a trade up. I want to get the exact.
Adios.
I have it in the group text. It's like Feast put the group text. I still have it. Let me see it. Shout out Feast and shit. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The flex in front of Feast and shit at the Donda event. Yeah. We called him from there and said, guess he said, yeah, I knew you were going. And I said, guess who else is here? And then you came in.
I said, hey. He's like, oh, shit.
Had to flex on Feast a little bit, but here we go. Okay.
I know your ass was there.
Knew I was going. We were talking about it last weekend. We went to my cousin's house. Yeah. Three of us.
He was like, yeah, I'm going. You said that he was like, I'm going.
He looked on Feast looked on ticket. He was like, man, Don, man, these tickets is like, yeah. I guess he was going until he saw the ticket price. He's like, man, and I was like, I said, if I go, I'm not paying. You know me. I said, yeah. Shout out to one of my mentors, OG Byron Bowie, told me that back.
Byron Bowie, yeah.
That he don't pay for shit, and I didn't believe him. Now I don't pay for shit. And people probably don't believe me now when I'm saying this. It's like, I'm Byron Bowie. People probably think I'm bullshit, but like I don't pay for
like when people see like the stuff I've been through, I'm like, hey, it pays to have a brother who has connections. That's how I go. Like I'm not paying for this stuff out of pocket. Hell to the dough.
Back to these Bulls now. 3-team trade: Bulls, Cavaliers, Portland Trailblazers. Yeah. Okay. The Cavaliers, they got Lauri Markkanen, so that he got 4 years, 67, I think, something like that.
Okay.
I think that's the numbers.
Got your money.
Sign and trade, yeah. Which is what Lauri wanted a multi-year, because had he come back to the Bulls, he'd have just been on his qualifying offer, which is about $9 million, and then he'd go unrestricted next season. Like that's all that the Bulls would have had. Yeah, 1 year the qualifying offer, which you offer to like your restricted free agents. You leave a qualifying offer on the table. Mm-hmm. That way, if somebody makes him an offer, you can match that. But if you stay with the team, it's like 1 year for like $9 million. But he got 67. And then going from Cleveland out to Portland, Larry Nance Jr., who some Bulls fans were salty about not getting. I know a lot of people that wanted Larry Nance Jr., which he would have been a good fit. Like I think Larry Nance with this team, he'd have been a nice fit, but I'm not mad at what they did get.
Right.
Derek Jones Jr. is who they did get from Portland, along with a first-round pick and a second-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
what building for the future.
Bulls got what they wanted, because like Larry Nance is cool, but what they wanted for Lauri Markkanen was a first-round pick and an expiring contract. They got both of those. So like Bulls got what they wanted. Lauri got what he wanted. He got his money. Like Nance, he might have got screwed. I think he wanted to stay in Cleveland. I don't think Nance wanted to get traded, but he did get traded to a playoff team. So like, if you want to count that as like a win, like Portland's a playoff team.
Yeah, Portland. Yeah, Portland's a playoff team.
But no, because like Nance, remember his pops played for Cleveland back in the day.
Oh, right, because he did the dunk. He was in the dunk contest. Yeah.
So I think he wanted to finish his career, and he even wore his father's number. Yes,
wore his father's number. Yeah. I
think he wanted to like finish his career there. So like, if anybody got screwed, maybe Nance. But Cleveland wanted Markkanen, like, which is like they got a weird front court now, because they signed Lauri Markkanen for $67 million. They just signed Jared Allen for $100 million. They drafted a big at number 3 overall.
What?
And they still got Kevin Love. People forget about that.
Like all these bigs. Like what?
Who's gonna start?
How?
Because you're not benching Jared Allen. You just paid him $100 million. And paying Markkanen $67 million. I don't know if you want to bench a guy making that much. And you just use the number 3 overall pick. Do you really want to bench your top 3 pick? What do you want to play? There's a lot going on with.
And then you still got Kevin Love.
Kevin Love is a legend. It's like you don't want to
who's an Olympic gold medalist
and an NBA champion. Yeah,
an NBA champion. So
he helped bring a ring to the Cavaliers. It's like
exactly.
So like they got a weird front court going on. So they got to figure that out. Like who starts, who comes off the bench with those. So, yeah. I'm thinking Lauri might get the short end. Like,
yeah,
probably gonna be Kevin Love and Jared Allen with them getting the rookie ready. The rook probably eventually spot from Kevin Love when Kevin Love finally leaves there and decides he wants to stay with LeBron against go to the Lakers. I don't know, which everybody seems to be doing.
Rondo,
he got bought out by the Grizzlies. They made that trade, with Memphis. Yeah, so he got bought.
LeBron doing what you'll call for real. Avengers assemble. LeBron, he assembling them.
Well, who knows? Maybe that happens with Kevin Love. I don't know how many years he got left on his contract, but does he accept a buyout and then go to the Lakers? He's a Los Angeles guy. He's from LA.
He's from LA.
Kevin Love do that.
Isn't his daddy like a beach boy or something something like that? Yeah, his daddy's a beach boy, I think.
I think, ironically, his last name is Mike Love. Right? I think shout out Mike Love, cold as hell. It's like, that's his father's name. So I got to look that up. I think, it is a Mike. It's a Mike Love and the Beach Boys. I want to say.
Yeah, I think his daddy is a Beach Boy. I think, yeah.
But yeah,
random facts about people.
Kevin Love might accept the buyout. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we definitely gonna keep an eye on that. And speaking of NBA and fathers, speaking of fathers and NBA, this shit is timely. Let me find it. You know where I'm going.
I know where you're going. That's why I'm putting my hair down. Because we ain't doing this. Like you always say, we ain't doing this.
Oh, yeah.
The segue.
Oh, the segues are real. We definitely know what the fuck we're doing.
And they played for Cleveland at one point. Yep. They did. Back in the day, they played for Cleveland.
Did I share the
Yeah, you did.
Wrong one? Okay. What am I doing?
It was the right one from TMZ.
Was it? I couldn't see.
Yeah, it was from TMZ. I said that was right.
The right one. Okay, yeah. I couldn't see. I probably hit the wrong. I probably was seeing something different on my screen. So this is what was up. Well.
And my thing, okay, Steph Curry's parents, like really? They don't have names
now, like Dale Curry.
They ain't got names. Steph Curry's parents.
Dale Curry's career never happened, basically.
Right.
I joked about that during the Last Dance. When it was like when BJ Armstrong was with the Charlotte Hornets at the time, and they was during come out of this shit. I gotta talk about that. It was during the 72-10 season when the Bulls won the championship, the 72 wins. Charlotte had beat them in the second round during one of the games, and BJ, the former Bull, was like, hey, maybe we can take him out. And the Bulls went on to win 4 straight after that.
And Michael Jordan said, and it was at that point I took it personal. That's just always gonna be the running gag, yeah.
So BJ on the bench, like late in the game. Like I said, look at BJ looking dumb, sitting next to Steph Curry's dad. Right next to him on the bench. He's like,
that's the Steph Curry's dad.
I'm on the bench sitting next to Steph Curry's
dad. But why is that his name? Like he's Steph Curry's. And then my thing is Seth gets no love. He's just Steph Curry's parents, not Seth.
Yeah, Seth's got a whole NBA player out here. His mom, Sonia's wearing Seth's jersey right there.
Right.
Seth Portland's she's wearing his jersey right there. But yeah, the Currys divorced after 30 some years, something like that.
32 years. 32 years. They got married in 88.
What sucks is like they look like I can't laugh at Aisha. Aisha, they look like such a perfect family except for her. No, I gotta make Aisha Curry jokes.
I was legit shocked when I saw that.
Yeah, because like they just like one of those happy perfect families. Yeah, like they'd be at the games. Yeah, like when Portland and Golden State played each other in the Western Conference Finals a couple years ago. They were all there together as a family. Yeah, like.
And the cute thing that I like that they did, they had special jackets made where it had Golden State on one side and Portland on the other side. So they had special stuff made to support both of their kids. I thought that was really sweet. And then, you saw the whole family. Sadell was there. Like, everybody was there just, celebrating, And just seeing that, it's like they just seem like they were a really close-knit family. The fact that they've been married for over 30 years, it's like that's a lifetime to be married to somebody over 30 years. It is. And the reason why it's like now it's like cheating.
Getting that right now.
The accusations are coming
out. First, I thought, okay, yeah, it's gonna be it's one of those divorces. It's gonna be amicable. Like sometimes couples just fall out of love. They grow
apart.
Yeah, especially after 30-some years.
Especially the one after 30 plus years. And then what we've seen is that this pandemic has proven to a lot of people that a lot of people cannot be together. Because a lot of people broke up because of this pandemic. Because if you had to be quarantined with somebody 24/7, you're used to being away from your spouse. Yeah. Your spouse is at work, you're at work, you guys come home together, this. But now you guys are under the same roof.
Tested a lot of relationships.
It did.
A lot of relationships. So.
And especially if you ain't got the means to like okay, if you're rich, you have a guest house, you have a pool house, you can spread out even with your quarantine, you can still, okay, I'm gonna go in the guest house. You can be in the main house, I'm gonna be in the guest house. Okay, we can give each other still some space, but you under that one roof, you ain't got that space. You just looking at this person's face all day?
But now they both accusing each other of cheating.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Like I said, allegedly she cheated with some old ass white man and shit. Yeah. I'm trying to find his picture and shit. Yeah. Cause I was like, some
he played for some team back in the day, like some football team back in the day.
Find this motherfucker's name and shit in his picture because I was looking at it earlier. Yeah. Oh,
and
this motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
You gotta feel like an asshole if you're Dale fucking Curry and shit. Your wife cheated on you with this sorry looking motherfucker right here and shit. This sorry looking son bitch and shit. Your wife cheated on you, motherfucker. Come on.
Former New England Patriots tight end.
Yeah.
He's a tight end, all right. Sixth round pick. He's a sixth round pick. And he's a sixth round pick from the 1988 NFL draft.
But that's why he's looking dumb on the picture. Dale is like, they'll be mad. Follow your wife will see on you with this crusty looking motherfucker and shit. Come on.
And Sonya's such a beautiful woman. She is. She's such a beautiful woman. But my thing is, where did they find these pictures from? Like the media be raw. They always find a picture of somebody like with the.
If they worse, like. Well, like
they always find like the pictures like this, like the woman is screaming like, "You cheated!" She's like, you cheated," and then the guy is like. But they always like have like these crazy, like, where do they get these pictures from of people making these faces? Yeah. Where do they get these pictures from? Where? That's what I want to know. But they're accusing each other of cheating because she's saying that he cheated on her.
Yeah, she's saying, and then he's saying, but you cheated with this crusty looking.
You cheated with him, and then he's saying that because she's in a relationship and she's living with some guy, you're not getting no spousal support. So they'll try and not pay that money.
Yeah.
They'll try.
I thought it was gonna be amicable, but it's messy.
They don't want to come off that paper.
It's gonna be mad messy, this divorce, unfortunately. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's no child support because their kids are grown as fuck. Obviously, no child support.
All their kids are like adults and married. And
super adults. Adults are all married adults, right?
Got families of their own and shit. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. But he's like, but he's saying that she's not entitled to spousal support because he's saying that she's living with a man and that he shouldn't have to pay spousal support. She's saying that she is in a dating relationship. However, she said that she lives alone and that she's not living with no man, but she's living by herself. So
sorry looking son of a bitch, though. I think she's living with him. But there's smoke, there's fire. I think she's with that sorry looking son of a bitch that we just looked.
So now I try to go back like on Red Table Talk. Did it seem a little off when Sonya was talking on Red Table? I try to go back in. I'm not trying to be like.
I'm watching Red Bone Table Talk.
Now I have to go back and watch it because
I'm rewatching.
Because the way that it sounded, like as if from what I pulled from some of the context, it's like being the wife of like an athlete. Or like a mega celebrity,
mm-hmm.
it ain't for everybody. It's not for everybody. Like if you're a person who is bothered if the waitress smiles at your husband, if you get upset because a waitress smiles at your husband,
yeah,
you can't date.
That's why I'm not engaged anymore because that really happened. Yeah, she said
you can't date.
She claimed I was flirting with a fucking waitress, and me being the asshole, I got the way to say, yeah, was I flirting with you? Yeah, I caused this. Yeah, I guess that's what the type of person. If you want to be an asshole, like I can go all the way with. Like, I'm a gold medalist in the asshole Olympics. It's like, yeah, so let's go all the way with this shit. Yeah, so I say like, was I flirt? I just called her and caused a scene and shit. Like other motherfuckers were like looking at it. Yeah,
but that's my thing. If you're a person and you're jealous like that, so you want to be Jackie Christie if that's what it is. If you were an athlete, that's I'm not being funny, but that's how you're going to be because it's a lot that comes with that territory. It's a lot that comes with it. Mm-hmm. Some women have admitted to, I think Karolinko's wife admitted that she gives him a hall pass. Some women have said that. Okay, like he gets a hall pass.
I'm sure a lot of celebrity couples do that shit. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
As long as you're not messing with it, yeah. Like I'm sure a lot of them have that arrangement. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be messy and shit, but yeah.
No pictures, no STDs, no babies. That's probably the three that they say. No pictures, no STDs, no babies. So be smart.
A lot of them probably use like paid escorts that are gonna be discreet. A lot of them, yeah. You know, they're gonna get their money and be gone with it. They're not gonna be like taking selfies, I just hooked up with Dale Curry. Hey, they're not
good. We've seen some pictures of guys. Like who is that? The guy who won the Super Bowl. Yeah. And he was laid out. He got fucked to sleep, and then he's laid out.
Edelman, I think I forget. Yeah, it's just hooked up with their Super Bowl champion. Yeah, it was with the Patriots. And you see him in the back, knocked out, and this thought,
And she's like, And which McCall got himself some hot water, but he fixed his Travis Kelce. He fixed his with his lady because he was out there wilding when he won, and but he got his lady back though.
A lot of these cats probably do use high-end escorts and
escorts. Yeah,
about it because they know they
probably have pretty women. Basically, they have Julia Roberts. That's what they have.
Shut the fuck up and get their money and go home and shit. You're not gonna try to post shit. So a lot of them that do, they probably do that shit.
But we always say, when people always like on surface, they seem like a loving, happy couple.
Never know what's going on behind closed doors, with couples. That's why I never never see me posted couples.
# relationship goals.
I've never posted that in my life, and I never will because we don't fucking know.
Exactly.
I've never posted that shit because
a post that hit a chord with me, and I'm because you just never know. It's this one post that somebody had on Facebook. It was a husband and wife. They were in their wedding clothes, bride in her gown, groom in his tux, and on the front they were smiling, but then when you did the reverse angle of how they looked from behind, her back was all bruised up because the husband had been beating her. And they're and you just never know. On the surface, you're looking at this couple wow, I want to be like that. They're so perfect. And then when you flip it, you see what's going on behind closed doors. It's do you want that life? Is that what you want? So, it's fine to admire people and to kind of be on surface, they seem like a happy couple and they seem like they got, but being oh, I want to be don't do that. Because then if your famous couple breaks up or something happens and then you're how? And then you're just so, you're just so outdone with it, basically. But we're going to see. I'm going to be following the Currys. I'm hoping that it can just be an amicable.
Yeah, it's already a mess. I don't know.
I'm hoping that they can
turn back from this fucking shit.
I'm hoping they can turn it around because
I couldn't get back with my chick if you with this crusty looking.
No, not get back together, but I'm hoping that they, they can be adult and because obviously
keep it quiet, maybe keep it out of
obviously. Even though their kids are grown, they're still going to be around each other because their kids have young kids. So when you go into birthday parties and Christmas, you going to see each other for the grandkids. So you gotta be. You know what, grandma and granddaddy, y'all.
Adele is pregnant right now.
Yeah, she's pregnant now. And then Seth's child is young because him and Callie have a young child. The Currys, Aisha and Steph, their kids aren't big. They have small kids. So it's you're going to have to be around each other for birthday parties and Christmas and stuff like that. So you still got to maintain a certain level of stability to each other.
And speaking of messes and shit, as we shift gears again, we're not doing this. What about this bullshit? Sha'Carri Richardson, Allison Felix. it took another turn. And now all those people that were caping for Sha'Carri have kind of turned on her at this point. A lot, like you said, even Black Twitter turned on her at this point. It's yeah.
When Black Twitter turn on you, then.
Basically, Allison Felix, who's who's an Olympic legend, by the way.
Who's a legend? Who's a legend?
7-time gold medalist. He's who's the fucking legend? Yeah, by the way, yeah. She was on Jimmy
Kimmel.
All
you girls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All you girls who are coming now, she crawled so y'all can run, basically. She crawled so you girls can run. That's what she is.
Olympic
basically.
Legend, yeah.
Yes.
Decorated Olympian ever. So I started reading that right now. She was on Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen A. Smith was guest starring. She was filling in, but it was a Jimmy Kimmel show hosted by Stephen A. Smith.
Right.
Yeah. And we're talking, and they asked her about Sha'Carri, and she basically she came to the young lady's aid. Said, I know she's obviously been going through so much, and I hope that she's supported. Hope that people rally around her. Obviously, she has a great personality, and she's brought a lot of attention to the sport. I think she'll be in the sport for a very long time. Which I said, she's young. Yeah, she got it.
She's only 21.
She can still turn this shit around. Yeah, she's still young. Yeah. And by the time she's 30, she could be like have her shit together. It's like she's still very young. So then Sha'Carri came back on her gram and basically, encouraging words on TV shows are just as real as nothing at all. Basically saying like fuck your support. It's like that's what people took that as. When somebody says something nice, you don't have to say anything. You just say thank you or just don't say anything at all.
I appreciate you, love. That's all. I appreciate you, love. That's all you gotta say.
You really didn't feel what she was saying. You didn't have to say shit at all. You could have just kept it moving. Why'd you even have to post anything at all about the shit?
This is how you get out of that. If you see that she did and somebody posted that TMZ or whoever or Jimmy Kimmel Live or whatever, you go on Twitter and you just like it. And then when people see your name as a like, that's oh, okay, she liked it. That's all you do. You ain't gotta even say nothing. Just like the post. Just like the post and don't say nothing. That's all you gotta do. But and once again, I reiterate, I go back to my Sha'Carri needs PR. She needs to learn how to talk to media because unfortunately, you are on this stage. So everything that you say and do is going to be scrutinized. Every single thing that you do, like this is like, yeah, you didn't ask for it, but guess what? It comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. So you're going to be judged on everything you say. You're going to be judged on everything you do.
Especially now, like you that proves in that sprint that she just ran. It's like you came in last place, but guess who got the interview? You and shit. They weren't even talking to the girls they won into like the first, second, and third place. They talk so like all eyes are on you. And you were in dead last, but like that's who they had the mic in front of. That's who the people want to talk to is you. So you know that the whole world is watching you right now. Even when you like lose and shit, like they watching you and shit. So like I don't know what I think she really needs to like get her shit together. I still want her to figure it out. I can't say I'm rooting for her because she's kind of a fucking idiot, but I hope she figures it out. I'm saying
my thing I keep on saying, whoever is your people around her, somebody get her some PR. Somebody get her somebody that knows what they're doing because you just can't say what's on your mind. Like people confuse I'm just real. I'm keeping it keeping it real is going to get your ass canceled, basically. You're going to get your ass canceled. You try to keep it real, being like, I don't know. You got to learn how to talk and how to articulate yourself and you have to learn how to do that. You have to. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of a mess. Like the way that she just kind of encouraging words. When I read that, I was like, what? Like she really?
But now you're going after, legends and shit.
Not the smartest move.
And Allison, she just had a baby. I think the same year you had Khalil. She just like a couple years and went back and competed in the Olympics again after having a baby.
I know. I was like, yay! I applauded that. I was like, yay!
She returned.
I applaud that. I remember that. Baby. Yep. Women are amazing.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Women are amazing. Yep.
Except Sha'Carri. Finally, speaking of amazing women, let's talk about this right here. Finally, we got some Aaliyah music. Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to talk about it, because the 20-year anniversary just passed of her untimely death, 2001. Yeah. The plane crash that we all remember.
August 25th, 2001 was an awful day. Was an awful day for us.
In honor of that, as I'll pull it up right here before we go back to the article, Barry Hankerson finally released this 1 in a Million album. It's streaming now. So
and that album came out in 96.
25 years it took for this album.
August 28th,
25 years. Yeah.
I remember that was my album.
You got that album.
I had the CD. I bought the CD. I bought it twice because
that's all you had up until now was CDs. Tapes.
I bought the CD. I had it twice. I bought the CD twice.
Aaliyah's music and basically the whole Blackground catalog. This which is not just Aaliyah. You got Timbaland McGoo's music. You got Tank's music. It's a lot of music that's just sitting on the shelf. It's like Barry Hankerson been sitting on these masters like all of this time. It's like but finally it's in honor of her the 20th anniversary of her death. 1 in a Million is now streaming. I'm gonna read like what he said, why it took him so long. I won't call him bitch ass Barry Hankerson now because he did put that out. I give him the benefit because I called him bitch ass Barry Hankerson for a long time. So he's after, just 20 days before the 20th anniversary of her death, the singer's 1996 sophomore album was released to streaming services for the first time ever. Then her uncle Barry Ankerson is the Black Ground Records founder who owns all of her masters. So he controls her destiny. Yeah, Barry Hankerson. He put out the statement saying when he decided to release One in a Million and why it took him so long. He said, as the owner of Aaliyah's catalog and label Black Ground Music, I want to thank all of you for allowing One in a Million to chart number 3 in the world. I cannot take the credit for managing Aaliyah, as it was never a title I had. That title belongs to her parents. Yeah, so we're going to skip them right now. I want to thank Diane, Aaliyah's mother, for allowing me to choose Black Ground to become her label. He also went on to thank his son,
Jomo. Yeah, I remember seeing the name on her stuff, Jomo Hankerson. I remember seeing that.
Here's what what says: sorry it took so long, but when you lose a family member so unexpectedly, it takes time to deal with that type of grief. I decided to release Aaliyah's music in order to keep her legacy alive. I get grieving, but like I still don't buy that 20 years. Like it's I still think you were just being a dick. I don't think it was grieving. That's just my opinion. It's like because people have been wanted this, like ever since it became a thing. It's like it's only Aaliyah music that's been streaming because the age ain't nothing but a number, like the R. Kelly stuff,
right?
Like first album, like none of the Timbaland and Missy stuff you could find, like none of it. Yeah,
and that One in a Million album was hidden.
That's probably
that album was a hidden album.
If your girl only.
I started the beats for the street. I got the beats for the street.
Hot like fire.
I'm doing the dance.
New 4-page letter. The one who gave my heart to was like, it's like there's some hits on this, not even counting the title track. Yeah. Also the bonus remix of Hot Like Fire. I'm glad it's waiting. I wonder when the rest of her music is gonna be hitting, but One in a Million is streaming. Like and I wonder when the rest of that catalog is coming. It's like somebody might want to hear Two Dick Tank's first album with the Please Don't. That one's like, that's not streaming. Two Dick Tank. Yeah, I'm saying. Or the classic Timbaland and Magoo stuff that love to love. Yeah, love that.
If you weren't around the 90s, you don't understand how iconic it was. Like they just had that chemistry to give it up. We gonna show you how we party. Give it up. But they just had that chemistry.
And in the modern era that we in right now is as her fans age out, the more and more she was gonna become forgotten.
Exactly.
Like by the time like your kids get like become teenagers, it's like, if they can't find Aaliyah's music nowhere, they're not gonna say, mommy, you got CDs somewhere. It's like,
mommy, you got CDs.
Yeah, it's just her music just doesn't exist if it's not streaming. That's where we're headed. Yeah, if you're not streaming, you don't exist. That's right. It's like so. He probably thought about that. Is like because as her fans age out, it's like eventually like she's not gonna matter. Yeah, so the One in a Million is out.
Because us Aaliyah fans, we're 35, 40. Like us, like we were her age. Like we were her age when we grew up with her, 35, 40-year-olds. We did. So
10 years, you're like 50. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like as your kids start coming of age like that.
Because everybody, the Pawpaw anthem, dun 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 dun. That's somebody. That's the Pawpaw anthem. Every Pawpaw
like if music when we were coming up like on CD, like if CDs weren't, if you didn't have your music on CD, all you had it on was like 78 or some shit like that. It didn't exist. It didn't exist. It was like 78 or 8-track. It's like it basically didn't exist. Yeah, it's like you gotta ask like 78. So it really is like.
So we never had an 8-track. I never knew about 8-track. I never did. I never. I
was a baby, but I do remember 8-tracks. 78's not at all.
I don't ever remember 8-tracks.
78.
I remember the 45, the 45. You had the adapter.
45 was still hanging around in there.
The adapter, because some of the singles were on 45, so you have the little adapter, and then obviously the vinyl. Mom and dad would play records when we were kids.
Yeah, that's the LP, not the fucking 78 shit.
No, I don't know 70. Yeah,
78 is like probably our grandparents era. Like
that's that's the silent generation, basically, right there.
78s and shit is like so. That'd be like if music was just released on that. It's like it'll die out. Like, yeah, if you couldn't find it on CD or something, like it don't.
You would be like, let me hear that Billie Holiday. Like what? Let me get that Ella Fitzgerald right there. Let me get that.
You got that that BB King and shit. It's like, yeah, it don't exist.
Let me get that Fats Domino.
Yeah. We couldn't find it on at least LP. Like, yeah, hey, at least you got to have it on LP to find it in our era. Yeah. Or cassette. It's like, yeah, but it didn't exist if it wasn't on those.
It
like,
didn't.
It's the same
it really
now.
did.
Like, yeah, if you're not streaming, you don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think he finally released the 1 in a Million is out now. So yeah.
Thank you.
And I'll listen to it because I had to make sure it was really there because so
that's
now
probably why Marcus, because when we were driving out to Ann's house, Marcus was playing that. I was like, why are you playing Aaliyah? And it just dawned on me. Now I'm like, oh, that's why, because it started streaming because Marcus put on Aaliyah.
Available that day.
Right. And I thought it was just weird. I was like, you want to listen to Aaliyah's? Okay.
It's been out about a week and some change or something like that. It ain't been out.
And that's probably why. Like now it clicked to me. I said that's why Marcus. Like we listened to Aaliyah's whole album while we were driving.
Maybe 10 days or something like that.
Yeah, we listened to her whole album, and I forgot how good that album was. I had forgot how good it was. I was like, this was a banging.
I found out the day I found out album. I listened, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because every song, I was singing the words to every single song. And I'm like, I remember.
Hotter than a summer day in California.
Dancing like Sunday. Oh, I want you. Yeah, I was singing every single word.
I've caught shit for like some of my views on Aaliyah, but yeah, she made good music. And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to disrespect it. Not today. Of course, but it's finally out though. If you want to check 1 in a Million, if you didn't know it was there, yeah, streaming now on all your platforms. So give it a listen if you want to hear some classics.
Save it to my Spotify now. I'm about to save it now.
Yeah. After like 25 years, it's finally streaming.
Finally.
And because I used to shit, I said, dude's a fucking dick. I said, Barry Hankerson, I didn't like dude for a long time. I was like, like you're not helping her by like burying this music. It's like you're basically
right.
Like, eventually, like the fans are going to age out, and like fans are not going to be able to discover her because they're not going to like go digging through CDs and so they're not going to discover her. She's just going to not exist in them.
Exactly.
As the fans get older, because like now, like I said, your kids now they know Michael Jackson and they know Prince and shit because their stuff is streaming and shit. So, yeah. If they
I explained to her,
they wouldn't know and shit. Yeah,
I explained to her because today is Michael Jackson's birthday. I was like, she's like, so can we listen to Michael Jackson today? I said, yeah, babe, we can listen to Michael Jackson.
I know she loves Rock With You, like, which is I was about her age when I discovered Rock With You. So like,
right.
I was a little younger than her, I want to say. That was about the age I discovered Michael Jackson. I was like Ariana's age. Yeah.
Right.
But that's what it is right there. I think we're just about done. I'm ready to wrap. Before we do that, I got to mention those 3 catalogs. Yeah. The 3 missing catalogs are now complete. Like, well, this Aaliyah one they still putting together right now, but 1 in a Million is out at least. So that's a sign that the rest is coming. Yeah. So the catalogs that were missing for me for years was Jay-Z, De La Soul, Aaliyah. The Jay-Z, I know what happened with that. Like Jay he's a businessman. Like, yeah. So Jay, like he originally said, like, you want to hear my music, you got to get a title subscription. So if you had Spotify or Apple, you weren't getting Jay-Z. So that's why Jay-Z was intentional with his. It's like he for years his music was just available on title only. Then finally he like opened the gates. Now it's everywhere. He said, like, I guess once the title numbers got to a certain level, probably once he reached billionaire status, he said, okay, now we can put it on the other platforms.
The gates can open up.
Now we can put it on Apple. Now we can put it on Spotify. Originally, for years, it was just available like title only, is where you could hear Jay-Z. So that took care a few years back. And then about a month ago, the De La Soul situation finally took care of itself.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
They got their masters back.
Finally.
Let's see if they're streaming now. We doing it live on the podcast. Let's see. Hey. So I know they said that we could come in soon. We're gonna be streaming once they finally gain ownership of those masters.
Me, Myself, and I was my jam.
I like ring, ring. What's your number? So we'll get back to you.
And of course, Buddy.
I like the business with Common. I like
Yeah, the business was dope.
L-U, the G to the one. Money,
Break of Dawn.
Money happened from Break of Dawn.
The sample, the Michael Jackson sample, yeah. Break of Dawn.
Saturday, I like. Saturday.
See, I didn't realize I knew as much De La Soul as I did. I'm like, okay, I know a little bit. Okay. know a little bit.
De La Soul catalog is not up yet, but they got the masters, so that means it's coming. I'm feeling encouraged about that.
Okay.
So those three missing catalogs will finally be complete. Like I said, once Barry Hankerson puts up the rest of Aaliyah and the Aaliyah stuff, and when De La finally starts streaming there. So there you go. I ain't got to break out my CD.
Nice.
De La Soul no more. But that's gonna do it for Not Another Damn Podcast. We went way long, but we talk about Donda and all that. Yeah, it's Donda Day. So
Donda, yes.
Definitely appreciate you supporting us. You want to support us further, give the Facebook fan page a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. We're talking about Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey.
Also on your Amazon Alexa devices, and we're going to do it for YouTube as well. Yeah. Should I put the mask back on?
No.
I do it too. Like, there it is. Follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how to get down with me.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Guess who's going to jail now? I do it one more time. I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Gone.